I gave my coworker exactly what she wanted, and it destroyed her entire career. Heather was my coworker and our boss Douglas's niece. She had this bubbly, confident personality that made everyone instantly trust her. The kind of person who could walk into any room and immediately make you believe whatever she was saying. She was charismatic, always smiling, always volunteering for projects. Everyone at our small marketing firm loved her. She seemed so helpful and eager, but I knew the truth. Heather didn't do any actual work. She just took credit for mine, every single time. And because she was family and so convincing, Douglas always believed her over me. 6 months of watching Heather get bonuses for my work while I documented everything. My jaw hurt from clenching it during meetings. I'd go home and cry from being invisible. Then Douglas called an emergency meeting. We landed a major retail client. I need both of you to prepare presentations. We'll review them before the pitch. My hands started shaking. This was my chance to expose her. I knew what Heather would do because she'd never created anything original. So I made 2 presentations. The real one stayed hidden on my laptop. The fake one I filled with lies. Wrong statistics that sounded right. Fake quotes. Contradicting data buried in charts. I uploaded it to our shared drive late that night. I barely slept. The next morning, Heather downloaded it without changing a word. She took the bait. When Douglas called us in to review, my palms were sweating. Heather went first with my fake presentation. She smiled and gestured like she'd spent weeks on this. Douglas nodded along. Then he turned to me. Your turn. I clicked around and frowned. Sorry, my file's corrupted. Douglas sighed like I was wasting his time. Fix it before the pitch. He turned to Heather. You're presenting. Excellent work. She gave me this smug smile that said she'd won again. My blood boiled. I wanted to scream, but I kept quiet. Let her think she won. The day of the pitch came. The conference room felt ice cold. 3 executives from the retail company sat across from us. Douglas introduced Heather with pride. Heather's going to show you why we're the right choice. Heather connected her laptop and launched into my fake presentation. She talked about engagement metrics like she'd created every slide. The executives took notes. Douglas beamed. My heart hammered. Then one executive raised his hand. Hold on. Go back to that chart. Heather smiled and clicked back. He squinted at the screen. These numbers are mathematically impossible. Engagement dropped, but conversion increased by the exact same percentage. Heather's face rose. Her smile stayed, but her eyes went wide. Another executive leaned forward. And this quote you attributed to our CEO? He never said that. I'm his chief of staff. Douglas went pale. He started reading the slides. His expression shifted from confusion to horror. Heather, explain the methodology here. She couldn't. Her mouth opened and closed. Nothing came out. The panic spread across her face. There must be a version error. Her voice was shaking. Douglas stood up. His chair scraped loud. Stop. Just stop the presentation. The room goes dead silent. Heather's looking directly at me with desperate eyes. She's begging me to save her. I stare back and don't move. My face is blank. Her hands tremble as she searches her laptop. Click, click, click. One executive checks his watch. Tears spill down Heather's cheeks. I didn't. Her voice breaks. I didn't create this presentation. Douglas closes his eyes. When he opens them, his face is pure fury. Then who did? My hand goes up slowly. Every eye turns to me. I made a presentation for this pitch. My voice comes out steady and calm. Would you like to see it? Douglas's body tenses. Show me. Now. I connect my laptop. The real presentation loads. I go through every slide. Accurate data. Real quotes. Solid strategy. The executives lean forward. When I finish, one speaks up. This is what we were hoping to see. Douglas asks the executives to step outside. The door closes. He turns on Heather. How long have you been stealing her work? His voice is ice cold. Heather sobs. Uncle Douglas, please. She can't even answer. He turns to me. There's shame in his eyes. Show me everything. I open my documentation folder. 6 months of files proving I created them. Douglas's face turns red as he scrolls through it. He stares at his niece with pure disgust. You made me look like a fool. Douglas called HR immediately. His voice was shaking with anger on the phone. Security escorted Heather out a couple hours later after they reviewed my documentation. She kept her head down the entire walkout. Her face was red and puffy. I presented the real pitch to the executives. We got the client. Douglas promoted me to Heather's position with her salary that same day. Heather texted me that night. You're a snake. You destroyed my career on purpose. I deleted it without reading the rest. I felt nothing. Word spread fast in our industry about why the boss's niece got fired.